Hi, this morning I thought I would finish off cooking something that I was preparing yesterday, and because of the coronavirus I thought I could incorporate a bit of an activity for the kids where they can get involved in the kitchen and cooking, and we can also do a bit of maths as well, but we're going to hide that, they won't know. Okay, so what we're making today, boys, is maths potato.
Yeah.
So what we have here is some potatoes, and we had skins the other day where we boiled these and took the skins off and then had bacon and cheese, and they were yummy, and this is what was left over. So we're going to use these to make our maths potato, which will go into our dish later. So I could just make mashed potato and get the dinner ready and feed the kids like I normally would, but this is a great time to be resourceful and look for activities wherever possible, and the kitchen there's just no better place for me than the kitchen and the kids, and they're learning things that they're just not going to learn at school. So, and this is also a visual activity for them, so they can better grasp the concept of maths, some maths concepts at least. So we're going to grab this one, and Michael and Matthew. So I have a question for both of you, and the first one is very simple. Can you tell me, and first just count in your mind, how many pieces of potato are on your plate? That's your plate, Michael, and that's your plate, Matthew.
6.
Wow, that was super fast. And Michael, how many pieces of potato are there on your plate?
7.
7. Can you just count with your fingers for me and make sure it's correct?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, 8. So good to check. Always good to check, okay? And Matthew, could you just check with your fingers as well, please?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How many did you say were on your plate?
6.
So you got it right. So always check what you think your answer is before you give your answer. We've got another plate here. I suppose that should be my one. I'll have to do some maths potato as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? Yeah?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10. Did I say 11?
Yeah.
Good job we counted and good job we checked. Okay, fantastic. I'm going to put my one over there. So these came from a whole potato. Yep, and then we cut them up. How many of these pieces of potato do you think I will need to make a whole potato again?
All of them.
So, okay, so let's try that. Can you make a whole potato? Who's going to get it? Oh, before we do that, we better turn you into qualified chefs. So we'll always put this over your shoulder. We'll put it over this shoulder. That's to wipe your little grubby hands on. So you are chef number 1 and chef number 2. Fantastic. Michael, you can try and make a whole potato.
Yeah.
Okay, so put that down on there together like a puzzle. Is that a whole potato?
No.
Let's have a look. Can I just get your arms away from there? If I stand that up, is that the whole potato? No? Can you try and make a whole potato?
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Michael? Could you try and make a whole potato? How many pieces do you think you need?
4. Hey, Mike.
Yep, that's fine.
Ugh.
It doesn't have to look perfect like the potato, but just as long as you have enough to make the right shape where it looks like it was a potato. So you need 3 pieces, Matthew. Is that enough?
No.
No? So there we've got, if we have a look at that now, Michael, he's got 3. You've got 3 as well. Does that look like a whole potato there?
No.
All right. So can you hold your potato like this, Matthew? All right. That looks like a whole potato. Michael, you can hold yours like this. Do we need any more pieces, Michael?
1 more.
1 more. Okay. So have we got a whole potato now?
Yeah.
All right. So how many pieces did we need to make a whole potato? 4. Let's lay them out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need 4 pieces to make a whole potato. How many pieces do we need to make a half a potato?
2.
2. Fantastic. So there's a half and there's another half. So we've got how many halves?
2, 4.
Let's.
1.
Is that a half a potato?
Yep.
Is that a half a potato?
Yep.
How many halves do we have?
4.
Not.
1, 2, 3.
No,
4.
just yours, Matthew.
Oh.
How many do you have? Sorry.
2.
You are right. We have 4. How many do you have, Michael?
2.
So we have 2 halves. How many halves do we have to make a whole potato? Two halves. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
We've worked that out. So what if we split it up like this, Matthew, and yours as well, like that? Now, we don't have two halves, do we? These are called, do you know what these are called?
Yeah.
What are they?
I forgot.
That's okay.
Quarters.
Quarters, good job. So we have quarters. How many quarters do you have, Matthew?
4.
4 quarters. So 4 quarters equals a whole potato, right?
Yeah.
Great. And 2 halves equal a whole potato, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So 2 halves equal a whole potato. 4 quarters equal a whole
potato.
Fantastic. You know what we're going to do now? I'm done with the maths. Are you done with the maths? Enough maths for today?
Yeah.
Can we get on to making the maths potato now?
Yeah.
Alright, so what I've got here is a bowl. Could you put Matthew in... No, don't put Matthew in the bowl. Could you put, Matthew, 1 quarter into the bowl, please? 1 quarter, thank you. Great. Could you put another quarter? That's 2 quarters. Is that a half?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Could you put another quarter? How many quarters do we have now?
3.
3 quarters. And 1 more quarter, please. And 4 quarters equals what?
A full potato.
A full potato, a whole potato. Could you put a quarter in the bowl, please, Michael? 1 quarter, yep, good job. 2 quarters equals
Half.
a half, good job. 3 quarters, and 4 quarters equals a whole, equals a whole number. Fantastic. What I'll get you to do now, this is the fun part, we just go into cooking mode now because we love cooking and you guys love eating. Could you put the potatoes, your blue plate of potatoes, into the bowl, please? Just tip them in, please, Michael. Tip yours in. I'll get rid of that for you. Put that in the sink. And the green one, don't forget you have to keep your tea towel over your shoulder like a chef, and we'll get rid of these. Now, I actually was making Thai turtle eggs earlier and we had some sweet potato left over. So I have this sweet potato that I'm going to actually add to the mix of Mathspotato. Could you cut that in half, please, Michael? In half. A nice half. Fantastic. Alright, when you're using a knife, what do you have to do? Be careful. Push down hard, it's a bit firm. Great. You've got half, and I'll be brave, and I will give Matthew a knife. That's very brave of me. Could you cut your half in half? In half. Michael, could you cut your half in half? Good job. Could you now cut in half?
Look, see?
Be careful of your fingers.
Like this.
Yep. That's right, like that. Michael? Good job. Could you cut that one in half? Good job, Michael. Good job, Matthew. Could you cut this one in half? Now, how many quarters do you have, Matthew?
4.
Are you sure? Remember, we always check.
4.
4. Could you put your 4 quarters of sweet potato into the mashed potato bowl? And how many quarters do you have?
4.
Are you sure? Please
2.
check.
2.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. You are sure, but I always want you to check your answers before you give your answer, just so you're 100% sure.
2.
And also because I might have miscounted them too. Could you put them in the mashed potato bowl?
Hey, what about your one? 1, 2, 3.
Fantastic. So that's great. We've got all of that there. What do we have here?
Butter and milk.
Milk. And what else do we have?
Pepper and salt.
Salt and pepper. Pepper and salt. What's that?
Salt, pepper, and milk and butter.
Fantastic. I'm going to put these in the microwave for a quick minute to warm them up. It's going to make it easier for you to squash them. You like squashing things, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've heated up our mashed potato quarters, and now we have some butter. And what I have to do is I'm just going to melt that quickly, and then we'll pop it into our mashed potato. Okay, so we're back and we have melted our butter. So what we need to do is put that butter into our mashed potato. Who would like to pour the butter in?
Me.
Very carefully, please.
Actually, I want to pour the milk.
You want to pour the milk in? All right, Michael, you can do the butter. Pour the butter in very slowly. Nice job. Was that about a half a cup or a whole cup?
Whole cup.
Was it? What do you think? Was it a whole cup or a half a cup of butter?
Nearly half.
Nearly half, so a bit less than half. Good job. All right, pour it in. In we go. And we like it a little bit buttery. Now, we have some milk. How much milk is in there, Matthew? A whole cup, half a cup, quarter of a cup?
Quarter.
Are you sure? What do you think, Michael? Is that
Half.
good.
Kind of
I
half.
agree with your second answer, half. Pour that in. All right, good job. And now, here comes the fun part. I'll get you guys to mash. Could you do 10 squashes, please? Oh, no, whoa, gosh. Slowly, please. Wow. No, just pour squashes, not slams, okay? 2, push down, 3, 4, count please, 5,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
all right, Michael, could you do 10? Don't do any slamming, okay? I don't want milk and butter all over my face. I want it on my dinner plate. I can't hear you counting. What are you up to?
4,
5, good job. 6,
7,
push harder.
8.
Get to do some exercise in the kitchen too. Maths, cooking, exercise, it's all in the kitchen. How many? I'll do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6,
I think 6,
7,
7,
8,
8.
9, 10.
Should I do more?
Yeah.
How many more?
15.
15. Come around here for me, Matthew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
More?
16.
16. All right. Matthew, you want to do 10 for me again? This time I want you to count in 2. So push once. 2, 4.
6,
Whoa.
4, 6, 8, 10.
That was only 5, but that's okay. Matthew, 10 more mashes, please, and we're almost done. Mash it 10 more times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, Michael, your turn. I'm going to put some salt in there while you're doing that. Bit of salt. Why do we put salt in here? Do you know?
To make it good.
To make it good, give it a bit of flavour. How about some pepper?
5, 6, 7.
Why do we put pepper in there?
To make it great.
To make it great. Oh, all right. And we'll just give it a stir. Okay, a bit more of a mash, sorry. And now, what I've done, I'm going to put that in the sink. Just going to grab my fork, boys, and just give that a... This is a pretty rustic mashed potato, Maths potato that you've made. But what I'm going to do is, I made some shepherd's pie, technically not a shepherd's pie because it's actually made with pork. And what we do is we put that over the top. You guys have made dinner for tonight and you didn't even know it, and you did some maths and you even did some exercises. Could you spread that out evenly for me, please, Michael? All right, Matthew, if you want to. Do a little bit. Just don't squash it, just spread it out. So you're just spreading it. I know you like to do things very robustly, but we'll just do it softly. That's a very rustic mash, but the main point is that it's your mashed potato and you made it, and that's wonderful. All right, Michael, you could do a little bit of spreading. Okay, so just make some nice lines here with the fork like this. One there, another one. Keep going like train tracks, not too hard, don't push too hard. Keep going, keep it straight, good job. Yep, next one up here. All right, and Matthew's turn. That's enough, yep.
I'll do it that way.
You do it from here, Matthew, this way like that. Keep the fork up high so the prongs are in the mash that you made, in your mashed potato. Good job. And one more line there.
And one more?
That's it, and we'll just I'll just finish the last bit, and we're just going to add a little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper, and we're going to pop that in the oven, 190, about 20 minutes, till it's nice and golden brown on top. Fantastic. Guys, well done. You did a good job in the kitchen, well done. Now what we have to do is what? You know what we have to do?
Clean our hands.
We have to wash our hands. Fantastic. Thanks. Let's go. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.